Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to go over the top 12 in the final 12-team college football playoff bracket reveal. Going into today, pretty much know who the first 11 teams were, basically. But it really came down to SMU and Alabama. And thankfully, SMU is in the playoffs, Alabama is out. That was really the only thing you really didn't know coming today, with the committee put Alabama in just because they're Alabama. But thankfully they didn't, and SMU's in their first ever college football playoff appearance, first year in the ACC. A really good regular season, come up short in the ACC championship, rallied, just lose to a 56-yard field goal. I'm convinced if they got blown out, they wouldn't get in. But thankfully, since it was close, they got it. But your top 4 seeds, pretty clear. Number 1, Oregon. Number 2, Georgia. Number 3, Boise. And number 4, Arizona State, are your first 4 buys. That will go to the quarterfinals. So, number 1, Oregon will play in the Rose Bowl. Number 2, Georgia will play in the Sugar Bowl. Number 3, Boise will play in the Fiesta Bowl. The Fiesta Bowl, you say? Boise in the Fiesta Bowl. This seems about right. If, you know what I mean. And, Arizona State will play in the Peach Bowl. Man, I'm not sure who would have predicted this going into the season, with Boise and Arizona State getting in the playoffs. But those are your top 4 seeds. But those are your quarterfinals, teams that got a first round bye. We'll go through 5 through 12 here, where your matchups are decided. First one, number 12 Clemson versus number 5 Texas. Winner will play Arizona State. I'm not going to give any predictions here. I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that for my playoff predictions video. Go over my bracket predictions. That should be an interesting matchup. Clemson beat SMU last night. Texas has really struggled against Georgia, and Clemson has a good defense, so it could be an interesting one. It could be another low-scoring game. But if Quinn Ewers starts, they might lose. We'll see, though. Number 9, Tennessee versus number 8, Ohio State. Man, Oregon goes undefeated. They could potentially face Ohio State again. Tennessee's not a slouch either. They got a really tough defense as well. But yeah, Ohio State and Tennessee should be really interesting. Ohio State obviously coming out that loss to Michigan. I don't think they'll play that bad, a game that bad in these playoffs, but they gotta play perfect. They can't just play decent. They have to play perfect. SMU versus Penn State. SMU's first college football playoff appearance. They got a really good offense led by Kevin Jennings and Brashard Smith. They really showed out last night against Clemson. Penn State's offense looked really good yesterday against Oregon. That's the best their offensive look this year. It could be a fluke game. They even had their best offensive game, and they still lost because their defense had been good this whole season. Shit the bed got last night. And it's just hard to trust James Franklin in a big game. And SMU's a really good football team. They got a good defense. They settled in after the bad start, where the offense where turnovers, special teams put them in bad position. Their defense was pretty good the rest of the game. So that's going to be a fun one, SMU Penn State. And then Indiana Notre Dame is your matchup, is your 4th and final first round matchup. Indiana Notre Dame's going to be fun, because they ain't far from each other either, so that's going to be a fun game. Maybe battle of the frauds. I don't think Notre Dame's a fraud, but Indiana could be. I kind of just hope Indiana wins to piss off Notre Dame fans, but yeah, that's going to be a fun matchup for a Friday night. So I'm going to go over the schedule here. Your schedule, your kickoff times have been announced. Friday, December 20th, number 10 Indiana at number 7 Notre Dame at 8 p.m. December 21st, Saturday, number 11 SMU at number 6 Penn State at 12. Number 12 Clemson at number 5 Texas 4 at 4, and number 9 Tennessee at number 8 Ohio State at 8 p.m. So there's your schedule for kickoff times for the opening round. It's going to be fun. 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. going to be on TNT, and at 8 p.m. ABC and ESPN, Tennessee and Ohio State. So that's the channels for these games. But just glad SMU going. That's the main point. But I think they got these right. These right. I mean, the seeding is kind of questionable. Like, why is Penn State seeded over Ohio State when Ohio State's beat them? The seeding is a bit questionable, I thought, with these. But I think they got it right with the playoff rankings. The top 12, I think they got the top 12 teams right. Maybe the rankings could be flipped. But overall, I thought it was good. Now, Alabama isn't going to make it every year. Shit happens. But yeah, it's really going to say, at least SMU's in, Alabama's out. So there's your playoff rankings, your first real matchups, and the time, date, and the times for those. So yeah, that's really all I got to say for this video. So until next time, Acolyte, peace.